Swung Funk DJ. Do the math. The same year, they were trying to use the court system. They done started trying to use the court system now to persuade me. Since the streets and the family, the school system and all that fell short, now they use the court system and the policing agents to step in. Back in the day, there was a practice that if you were facing a felony and some time after a conviction, you could tell the court that you would rather go to the military. You could tell the court that's what I wanted to do anyway, and that's has a lot to do with why I got into all this stuff. You know, I want to go to the military base and learn how to drive the tank and the Jeep and the plane and shoot the gun. And that's why I got the gun charge and the car theft charge and all that. So what they did, since the family couldn't kind of like mold me and influence me and bribe me or whether would charm me into that direction, and I had hit 19 years old, then I had hit 20. 19, I didn't go back to school at 19, then I hit 20. So for my 21st birthday, I get a false police arrest affidavit that locks me up for what ended up being a year on false charges. It took a year before the court would admit that they now know that the arresting police inquisitionist agent William Behind, with his line behind self, told libel, slander on the arrest affidavit in order to get the ball rolling on incarceration and what resulted in a trial. Now, during this incarceration period, the recording industry, who knows that me and Quinn West, also known as Slimzo's Jr., Q West on Facebook today, very famous for explicit entertainment. Him and who was performing under the name Vice Grip at the time. MS, I call him MS-13, was performing under Vice Grip. And that went to Buck Johnson. Buck Johnson went into 3 stores, click, clack these days or whatever. When he came back from that last stint of incarceration, he was hollering about 3 stores, click, clack. Now, when I came out of incarceration, they knew that Explicit Entertainment had made a tentative step to actually now bring into fruition what Slimzo and ShawtyRed / Shawty Pimp, representing the ATL Shawty / Decatur, DeKalb County and Fulton County, before the ATL Hard Boys, before the Rico Wade's establishment. No one knew of any of these entities, but they knew of ShawtyRed and Slimzo. Like I say, you couldn't find hardly nothing harder than us, probably MC Shawty, and I ain't trying to be funny. I'm just telling you what it is. In the South, that bass music was where it was at. MC Shawty might have had a light, high-pitched voice, but he had some hard, he was coming off as hard as he could with that voice. And the time period that he was released, a lot of that stuff still played. I mean, Run DMC was still a big thing in the chitlin circuit in that time. And they had gone beyond that. They was on MTV. That was one of the biggest things you could do back there as a musician, be on MTV, especially as a rapper, a hardcore rapper at that. Not that candy jive. We talking about hardcore rap. So now we hit the scene. So now they already sitting up there. I said the other day about Wu-Tang Clan. Rest in peace, Power, Oliver Grant, and ODB. Wu-Tang Clan, right, when I hit, before that. In 1992, I already had me and Rico Maxwell running together, Down by Law, /Eastwick, both of us. Eastwick, Rico like bottom of the hill, I'm top of the hill, Eastwick. Rico like bottom of the hill, Eastwick. We both Down by Law. I'm Decatur. Rico more like East Atlanta /West Decatur. Kirkwood, Edgewood, all that there. Or what about East Lake Meadow, all that there. So now we done teamed up. And we been word on the streets. A lot of my beginning is word on the street because I am a street nigga. Before I even proved to myself I could even do this street rap, I had done got out in the street, and I know good and dang on well because I don't have stuff. I didn't get out there before I knew I could pull off whatever I decided to do when I gotta do whatever I was doing. So now, 1992, I come back from college and meet Rico through Tony Mechanic. Tony Mechanic house. Brenda, Brandon, all them over there, his two sisters, all them, some more little Down by Law came through that don't holler be round, right? And your boy Taboo working right across the street, across County Road, right? Taboo. This is another, what he call himself? Kid Night. He like to say Kid Night. That's back in the B-boy days. Kid on Facebook, he'll say Kid Night. That's Taboo, right? Now, we about the main ones in that little area right there. Lil Mill Truett might push through in the Cadillac, right? But Lil Mill a businessman. Lil Mill was all about his business. He took my hang in those streets and those alleys and shit like that. Lil Mill gonna be in the corporate, he gonna be in the home, in a nice mansion or something like that, or pushing something like that motherfucking Cadillac. So now, I'ma fast forward to when the court system got involved. And they took Sonny and Sweets off the street. We don't know it, but they finna be gone for 20 years, man. The first time I can remember seeing Sweets, I just so happened to be coming from the back room. And by now that's Joe Blind room. I'm coming from the back room, going out the house, and my brother Wally sitting down there talking, and I overheard Wally say, it's all about investments. That's Sweets he talking to. He giving him investment advice. I leave. So this is the same person that when ADE running around like a chicken with a head cut off trying to find somebody in Miami to take me under their wing and start recording ASAP, ultimately we gonna end up in a situation where ADE gonna be told by Slick Salt Records CEO Slick to go to Sweets. After we was turned down with Baller Block, we were gate kept in Baller Block by Gorilla Tech. But that's what we went to first. Who gonna become Icon Music Group? Tech and Track. Gorilla Tech and them he playing game. AD ain't having it. AD ain't having it, man, what? Now mind you, Broken English, Gene Jasmine went to Edison High at one time. Dade County School, Miami-Dade County School. Mac 10 went to Edison High at one time, Miami-Dade County School. And everybody in the hood from 5'3" and Shadowlawn and whatnot was looking for that to blow, but they couldn't get past Luke Skywalker deals and da-da-da-da-da. Gene Jasmine ended up going back up to New York. Mac went his way, and Gene Jasmine and Mac ran to the studio, got signed with Wild Pitch and pushed that album out there right after me and Slimzo put them 4 songs out there, man. I think we were the wind beneath their wings, the fire under their booty hole. I think that's what it was. A lot of people around there, other than our main nigga, DeAndre and all them, with DeAndre Steve in there. Keneally Nard, and all them niggas, they were telling us straight up. Slick Darrell, God bless the dead Slick Larry and all them, God bless the dead Slick Cole, from Coco and Toe and all that. They were looking at us like they seen the Messiah, and they were like, man, y'all, but a lot of people were quiet, wasn't saying nothing, faking like they ain't even heard it. Yeah. So now, the hood couldn't pressure me to do. Like I say, my old boy was trying to send me to the military. What, man, you need to build a studio for me. Damn military. Go over there and get my head blowed off. Come back with no arm, no legs or something. Just to make some music, man. Get on the police for this. They ain't got nothing to do with what I do, nigga. You know what I do. We been doing this shit since the 80s, man. Stop playing with me. You talking about some totally irrelevant shit, man. We trying to get to the money, man. That's another thing. Ain't none of them motherfuckers paying no goddamn money. High risk, low reward. Nigga, fuck you. And the boat you came in on. Now, who one of the first one they give a deal to? After the coach sit and call itself breaking my resolve down, breaking down that independent stance and whatnot. That's one main thing. They ain't trying to let none of this money that's not attached to a corporation. They took Sonny and Sweets off the street. Sundog had home team pick it up. They took Sundog off the street, along with his brother Sweet. That's the first and last CEO other than Slims or the road in my face talking some real talk, some real business, a real business man, really finna make something happen. They took that man off the street. And what they about to do, they about to go into definitely Dade County and raid Dade County for all type of people like that. And put they behind bars. If they don't end up dead in the street or dead from whatever cause it. They put so many people behind bars between 94 and 2000. It ain't even funny. And I jumped forward into timeline to 1997 when they did Operation Green Palm, which was politicians and what we call headers on the dock. The Dodge Island, the port of Miami. Now, mind you, I stayed right across the street from one of the most powerful headers in Miami, but they couldn't get no dirt on it. See? Right across the street. Years down the line, we're going to find out we cousins too. So they conducted a witch hunt on anybody independent of they monkey behind self that would finance me, because why? I would skirt around all this demeaning, soul-sucking, life energy draining things that they demand you to do just to put your John Hancock on a contract that, like many other contracts they drum up, they never really fulfill their end of the contract. Many times, if you're not smart, it'll tell you that in your face if you read the contract. But the language is so tricky, and it's on the paper when you and the agents are having a whole different type of conversation. So the verbal contract sounds good, the talking. But the written contract is where the trick is at. And a lot of majority of our artists, that's how they got it. Now, me knowing this, going in the game eyes wide open, I just don't want to deal with that part of the game. No, I don't do talent shows. I don't do please listen to my demo. I will go make what they call a demo. A lot of people say, they call, but no, it's not. That's a finished product, and I'm going to the streets to sell it. Like Too Short, Ice-T, Luther Campbell, King Edward J, Uncle Al just got a street named after his movement, Peace in the Hood movement. I don't think they even named it after Al. I think they named it Peace in the Hood. But that was started because Uncle Al. Now, here come 1994, my first wrongful conviction or any conviction in the 11th Judicial Circuit Court tried to break me down. I had to put so many brothers in their place in there, it ain't even funny. Luckily, I got out without a murder charge, and of course, I got out without being murdered. We had one cell with sword. We had swords, 4 feet long, sword, metal. You be talking about iron. Bullshit you not. And of course, other pieces of shanks and whatnot shorter than that. And we had a whole squad. J-Rod. I could go down the whole Murder Grove. We had a long Snoop Doggy Bone. We had a whole long squad. Big Sherman, big Red Rod, and we had a big squad. Monte. Yeah, Ira Kendrick. We had a big squad in that thing. Terry Caraway. TC, Terry Caraway. We had a lot of people in there. Big CeeLo. Them niggas ain't want to see us. But I made it out with my freedom. Nassau. We had a lot of people in there. And a lot of other cells. Well, I got that song. It was a dude in there singing that. The real song by The Temptations. Memories. Inspired me to rewrite the hook and whatnot. The bars, the hook or whatever. And turn that into the hook for my song. That run right there, 94. Shook Ones came out. A lot of things was happening. The industry getting shook up. Mobb Deep dropped off in there. About them yellow fag niggas, why they still alive, I don't know, go figure. Yeah, man. So, I'm hearing trustees running around with the headphones saying, here I go. They saying about like that. So I think there's some new slang, some new Miami slang. All the while, them niggas they got that song probably on the underground label. Cause in Miami, that about the only song they played on the album. You wouldn't know that man had an album. Miami love Here I Go So Much from Michael Tyler. And he was with Precise them. It before No Limit. That you would believe that he didn't have an album. A Town slid me that album about 2 years later. And I went through that thing, I was riding around with that. There's a couple other albums. The double album, Tupac last album, that's gonna come out. Bone Thugs during that time, 95, whatever they had out 95, and some other stuff that Slimzo told me to go pick up. I picked up a couple things and a couple of extra things. Sibo, he told me, because Slimzo kept saying, man, they trying to sound like you, You know, I ain't really see it that way. I was happy that these people was coming out because every group that came out, and the bigger the better, the more talent the better. Every group that came out should have lit more fire under the behinds of the people I was right in my face. So to this day, I never had no type of ill feelings for anybody that sound anything like me, whichever kind of way. These are the people that validated me. Because they thought they were gonna keep making me feel like they used to make us feel back when you only had like one good group out, like Run DMC. And a couple of them are just beneath them. They might headline the show, or Houdini, and a few more acts here, and then rest of Israel can't even get the tour because it's full. Then they gotta find other little way, backdoor way to have some type of show to make some money. That's where we come from. And too many people were too proud to do it the old school way, like DJ Mario and all them guys. They were too proud. They want some big venue. They want to be on TV. They want to be on the radio. Well, you ain't there yet. So a lot of people gave up on themselves. And I hated that phase. To this day, it bothers me because I knew a lot of them was great men and women. They were great people. And they let Hollywood and entertainment engender a false sense of inferiority. And a lot of them were better people than the biggest stars out there. They were better people than them. They were. You couldn't get a lot of them people to get into no cannibalism and all this stuff, man. Vampirism, drinking the blood of somebody they know was slaughtered for the blood. Not only they know it's blood from a human, they saw the slaughter. Cold-blooded murder. So I know a lot of people way better than these people that made it to the top of that shit pile that they call the recording industry. Fuck that shit. A lot of people went to the grave, went to prison, went into drug problems and shit. Because they couldn't simply do what I did. I looked in the mirror, I saw a wonderful man. I saw a man the world needed and couldn't wait to see. Damn, who ain't on this here. And definitely if you diametrically opposed, you the devil. I'm an earth angel. These days I use that terminology, dealing with all them tarot readers and all that jive I be dealing with. I'm an earth angel. I was sitting here with a purpose. See? So before I go to Lebanon, Beirut, Kuwait, no, I'm going to ride around these Bahamians. These Creek, these Geechee-Gullah, in our home estate, waiting for the revolution to jump off. Can't call me the spook that sat by the door. In reference to the movie, because I ain't never go. You might call me a spook. But I wasn't afraid to stand up. They'll tell you. I earned my stripes in these streets. And it wasn't no show off thing. It wasn't a thing about popularity. It was about a task that needed to be done here and there. And I rose to the occasion. And over time, each individual that represented Uncle Sam was of a higher rank than the last individual. Always reflected what I showed in the streets, because the test became to get greater. But the industry chose, of all the talent that's in America and its territories, they chose Michael Tyler, U.S. Marine Corps, a person that actually went to the Marines and got an honorable discharge before he got that deal to do that record. They're trying to tell me, no, fuck you. They just got the Spear. Spear was hired by the United Arab Emirates. They got $1 million a month to be on call to do assassinations. The Muslim Brotherhood was some of the biggest arch enemies of the United Arab Emirates. It's a split of a fractionalized Muslim world. When you're talking about ones that run countries, corporate war nation states, with lots of money that get recognized by the UN. So United Arab Emirates had in their back pocket Golan, I think one of their names are, and another name. I don't want to mess with this publication here to go find it out, so. Don't you know if you paid me $1 million a month, you'd have got a better show than that. I tell you that much now. I can't guarantee I wouldn't get caught, because the technology of surveillance these days out this world. But they put the whole thing together. Where they get all the information from? They got. I just told you. I'm not supposed to be able to tell y'all that. I'm not down with Spear and Golan now. I'm not a part of the United Arab Emirates, the big wigs. Why do I know this? Now, Michael Tyler. And he became one of the first to do the chopper style. And boy, did he do it. But man, boy, to this day I listen to that first album. If I don't listen to nothing else by Michael Tyler, to this day I listen to that first album. Because it evoked so much in me. We still had a chance. Time had not run out yet. We still had a chance to be the way we were before like 97, 98 hit. If you had any sense in your brain, you had to kind of like stop a lot of that stuff. It had to be a matter where probably life and death, emergency. Other than that, talking about just business wise or small petty beef and all that kind of stuff, you had to stop a lot of stuff. But 94, it was on, baby. And that when I was riding around listening to that 94, 95, actually 95, for me personally, it was 1995. Goody Mob album, first album had just dropped. Outkast should be on their second. Rico Wade, that dungeon on fire. Organized Noah, they on fire. T.I. and Future, they about 9 and 11 years old, something like that. Well, I might have to go back a couple more years for that. To 91. I think that's the 91 age. They about 9, Future about 9, T.I. about 11, 1991. Come on now. Come on now. You can't even get out the port too good at no 9 years old now, no 11 years old now. Come on now. Your uncle them might have put some keys in your pampers and shit like that. In your underoos and shit. Shit like that. Go on over there and sit with your such and such and wonder, but all you don't know nothing, you don't need, you can't branch out on your own, nigga. Tell me what trap music. Man, we were making trap music. How the fuck T.I. come up with the term trap music? We were making trap music, nigga was like 11 years old. Future was 9. That what we were making. That what it is. Thinking of some brainwashing lunatic shit, a crazy motherfucker coming straight out of East. Sweet. My name is Slims, I gives a fuck by the hoe. Yeah. Shit. Talking all that shit about your trap is rolling, how you rolling your trap is so legit. And ain't got shit to show. Come on, man. Stop it with the bullshit. Michael Tyler, the Marines. I seen right through that back there. It didn't take me a long time to look at that shit and see that. What I don't see through is these niggas' absolute refusal to do right by me and cut some songs, man. Like them dance, I supposed to be working at the pace of them dance hall artists. I was looking at Mad Cobra today. Mad Cobra's at the rate of 2 albums a year in 91. Same year me and Slimzo hit the scene. They wouldn't show the month. He might have came behind us, boy. We came early in the year now. But the 6 month, halfway, the halfway mark. First 6 months. Mad Cobra talking about yush and all that bad boy talk. It ain't even no bad boy label. Even though Perfect Cone might be having talks to Leah Cohen and Childs and all them about this label he want to put out called Bad Boy. I don't know if he came up with a name after Bad Seeds. Slims West going around talking about Bad Seeds. Slims West no influential people. We living and from was becoming the mecca of hip hop. They ain't do that overnight either. In a few years, if not 91, they gonna call Atlanta the mecca of hip hop. We got the Atlanta chapter of Zulu Nation, Soul Messiah now. DJ Ice DJ Mac, known as Mac 10 of Broken English. Man, we is on and popping, baby. Yeah. So by the time I go to college and come back and decide to duck the feds and all that shit I feel coming my way, because I sense the signs that too many people getting too interested in my comments and going. Like I say, You know, Nard and them was young, and Slims them were young, but I knew some older guy, man, who definitely was deep off in the game. Rest in peace, Gaga. And I said, man, I'm finna get the fuck on, man. I'm finna get the fuck on. I'll be damned, I'll be the reason inside this investigation, whether they make it to the paperwork or not, it don't matter. It don't matter. I refuse to be a part of this, because in all actuality, in a big sense, it's a lot like I'm a 5th grader. Because I'm in the same county that I made all them straight A's most of my damn life, to like the 8th fucking grade. We talking about a decade straight. It's great expectations. It is eyes on me, man. So I am low key like bringing heat to the different cuts and alleyways and stuff like that I'm drawn to, because I want this, motherfucker walk around like they, you straight? You got something? You straight? You got something? You doing something? Motherfucker got a $50 bill in their hand. You know, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old, 19, $100 bill. Oh no, I'm looking for such and such. No, I don't shop with just anybody. We got a $100 bill in their hand. I already know why they only shop with such and such. One of the reasons now, because they're old school. Now, old school, they don't give a fuck what you got. They don't eat from just anybody. Drink, nothing. But I know, when it comes to this thigh shit out here, boy, you gonna bring a lot of bitches to, a lot of people gonna sacrifice their morals and all this stuff. All that stuff. When they find out you got what they looking for. So that money, man. That money. But something more important than money. So I left Atlanta. And it calmed down a lot too, because they had got to the point they were chasing the shit out of us when I wouldn't go back to school. And probably even before I bucked the fall quarter of school, I was going to West Georgia University with West Georgia College at the time. I bucked. My mama said, well, you gonna work or go to school? Or both, but you ain't finna be right here and doing nothing. Laying around here. I kept my job. I was trying to figure out the other day where I went when Evans Mill fired me, because I went from Wesley Chapel to Evans Mill. I don't know. I guess I went back to Wesley Chapel. I don't know. I forgot. That probably what happened. So, yeah, Melvin fired me for Evans Mill. Taboo was still out there. Melvin fired me. Yeah, I had a fine chick I was crazy about out there. But she was trying to be in her little relationship. I had to leave that alone. Michael Tyler, U.S. Marine Corps. And you had a lot of groups coming out at the time. Helter Skelter, this and that. Before Wu-Tang even hit the scene. Well, no, not before, my bad. Once Wu-Tang hit the scene, I meant to say. You had a lot of groups running around. Let me tell you about that. Not only that Georgia Tech with that B shit, that Killer B, we've been doing that for at least 10 years before Wu-Tang came out. Because Tech Wood Home, according to Alpha Mega, and definitely goddamn East Lake Meadow, we were wearing that Tech, that B. So when you see us mobbed up, that's all you see is B's. We a real gang. We ain't no rap group that got thrown together in like 92, 93. We go back. A lot of go back for lifetime. To the crib, to the cradle. Deeply rooted. But I also was running around town with them fatigue when most niggas wasn't dressing like that. Some nigga was trying to be like Professor Grill. And other little artists in hip hop is why they started. But that ain't why I started, even though I'm born in the Nation of Islam. I started because a U.S. military personnel gave me something. We had the same shoe size and all. He gave me a fatigue and boots and a hat. And I came up on a bulletproof vest. And I always came across guns one way or another. Many of my partners had them. They come across, they had them. And wasn't none of us above taking something. When it come down to shit like that, down by law, nigga. Eastwick, Decatur, shawty, ATL, shawty. So by the time these hip hop artists, like somebody like Helter Skelter, somebody on their album cover, that we been there, done that in real life, not for no photo shoot. We looking to bust head. Thank God, when I was involved, nobody died. Thank God I didn't get messed up in no murder case. And I started out this morning talking about how I think that incident with Mike Jabot was an attempt to put me under extortion blackmail, because if they knew me like they thought they knew me, I was gonna run straight to Taboo. Was working right across the street. See, Tony McCallum was right in the same apartment complex I lived in. Alpine. King Glen now. 1993. Right? And I come back when I started meeting all the mother down by law at Tony McCallum house. Now, for all I know, them and some more people were plotting to hack, because they knew. By then, me and Slim Low done put that shit out there. Now, I noticed how the Escalado, all the people trying me, done escalate to a whole nother level like never before. Like you don't know who you messing with. Yeah. And I had to stay on my A game like always. But being that it's insiders trying to trap me up and trick me up, they can only go off what they saw in the past. And it just so happened that most people in the past knew me for handling other people's business. See, that's different. When can't nobody attach me A to F, because I'm A and that's F. F sits right by G and E. They know about E and G. Ice cream sandwich F. So maybe if F come up missing, well, we gonna look at G and E, because they got something going on. They had them ice creams, but they don't know nothing about B. Because B be hanging out with A and C. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So they expecting me to handle my shit like I handle their problem. But one thing they ain't count on, I'm going to handle it exactly like I handle your problem. Didn't I tell you to shut the fuck up, puss ass nigga? Didn't I tell you to have nothing to do with this motherfucker no more? And if anything act like this something that just little something that happened and then you done calm down, you done got up, because it is a small thing. That's what they gonna tell you in the courtroom. They catch you. Oh, you could have forgave him for that. That didn't necessitate killing anyone, Mr. Such and Such. So let's go on and play. Let's go on and play with them. And matter of fact, on a certain particular day, I'm gonna tell you where to be and what to be doing. And that's all you got to do. We done heard enough from you. That's how we did it. Whenever I was involved and they want to know what I think. Now, here they go. Dirty backstabbing dog. I ain't even going to put this shit out there yet. Not even for no likes and hits and trying to go viral. I'ma still not say certain key shit that make me believe I know I'm right. Gotta catch me when I feel like saying it. Might just come out when I feel like saying it. But right now I ain't gonna say that. But I got way more reason to believe they might even conspire with the man. Like what I will say. Me and my alumni. Very famous DJ at the time. Famous enough. One of the main clubs he worked was Paradise, downtown Atlanta. Big name acts like Ebony A's known to be there. Stripping the. Okay, no book, not no sign, no autograph. Strip it. Ebony A's in her day was the biggest porn star, period. Definitely the biggest black porn star, and it took forever for anybody to even threaten that title. She was a hit sensation. Ebony A, you can find her right in Club Paradise. Me and DJ Chaz. Chaz got a black, another thing, Chaz is like a CEO / agent manager. He had talent under him. R&B groups, R&B solo singers and whatnot. That's another thing about Chaz. He didn't put much pressure on me though. He introduced himself, told me what it was about, that's it. He left it up to me. It was real cool. And I think it's because he respected the fact it looked like we was on his level anyway. So if anything, he was trying to suggest to me, why don't I throw some R&B with the job? Because, matter of fact, he pulled out one of the best acts out in that time. None other than Brad Jordan's first album, solo album. And when he played that, I hadn't heard it yet. I might have heard A Minute to Pray, that's it. He had the whole album. Back in the day, a lot of times, that's how you heard it first, from somebody who already had it before you. And of course, you do want to hear it. You know, he don't get, I'm finna go back. No, I'm finna listen to it right now. Can I record it? Okay? That's what we did back then. Money and the Power was one of his favorite songs. And it almost instantly became my anthem. It was Chaz all about. He telling me, that's what all I'm about. I'm in school. I do this DJ thing. I sell tapes, man. Da-da-da. I let you be down with my team. You say you want to try to make some money. He's initiating me into his little circles. I'm already in school. Right? And now he's taking me to his place of work and made me the chauffeur. Now he gets some sleep in between school and work. And many times, when we hit ATL in Decatur, all they know is Jamil pushing a black Beamer with some nigga. But then he jumped on the Beamer. I don't know, man. He pushing a black Beamer. With a gangster like that nigga. Chad to wear this hat, a derby. Like you got to go to Bojangles or somewhere like that to buy that thing. Walter, we go to Walter down in Atlanta. Walter. Bojangles somewhere in Miami, somewhere like Bojangles buy that. Black derby. That's all they see, a nigga with that black derby on. Me, whatever. I had to perm for a minute. I had to perm. At one point, I'm going to chop it off. Go back to it, go down to a zero. Cavadas. Start all over. I had a long perm to my shoulders. Right? Pushing the black Beamer. That's all they know. And for the niggas that know me from YBI days, FTW, Eastwick, I finally get back, everybody want to fuck with me. And it's a whole lot more to say, but I won't say it. And make you know. I'm saying enough. And like I said, I think it was a conspiracy. First of all, it was a robbery, first and foremost. Had a gold ring with a crown, with emeralds and rubies and shit in the motherfucker. Right? Type of shit. Diamond cut. Crown, gold crown. Yeah. And whatnot. Valuables and whatnot. See? And I had to work my way up out that situation. To number one, be ready to go into the dragon on some niggas if some niggas came out of nowhere. Up on the cars, sitting in the car, up out of maybe abandoned apartment, maybe apartment here leased out. From the bushes, from the woods. From the adjoining parking lots that's still a part of this one complex. Then we connected to like two complexes for sure. A whole ass neighborhood that stretched for miles. Back over there toward Tony Valley and all that jive with Carmen Holmes and William and David and all them stay Fenice Wright and all them stay back that way. All that shit connected. And I-20 on the other side of Admiral Benbow in Conno Lodge. And I'm standing right on the south side, toward like the middle, just a little above the middle. I say the mailbox about the middle. So we still west of the mailbox. We ain't got that far down. The nigga came out of nowhere. I just know. Once I seen who, I just know that motherfucker ain't by himself. If he trying, I'm looking around and shit. Right? And I never gave my personal account of a step by step. How I went from that part right there. Out the blue, out the dark, the midnight blue. Before I could see who good it is, nigga clamp down on my motherfucking wrist with a vice grip. I just met Vice Grip and Genie somewhere around this time. I either met him or I'm about to meet with a vice grip. Thought I'd never get up out that grip alive, player. And thank the heavens, I ended up walking up. I got some nice shoes on, nice slap. I'm really at the club. I just ran across town right quick and handled something. Check on FTW. Check on certain old them people. Cause they gone, they fucked up. And a couple other things. And make it back over there. I get some information too. A Black D in the mantle. Perry home, his brother-in-law Perry home with the peach Cadillac and the white top. It's a lot of things I gotta do other than playing with this fool who might not even be playing. I ended up walking up the street without a button missing from my shirt. Without a tear or scratch. My life intact, my freedom. And I'll be damned to this very day. I'll be damned if I let that foolishness, the fool apostrophe S, foolishness, dictate whether or not I'ma stay free or alive. And so far, so good. I am 52 years old. About to bury my daddy. And I wouldn't even speak a word about it. My mother, anybody know anything about Jimmy James, Leon Mackey, Bulldog, Shine Mackey from Florida City Homestead, no good and goddamn well. But before I end up sitting in a courthouse, in a jail cell especially, I'm gonna handle that shit by myself. I don't care how many hard rocks I know. This is my problem. And I refuse to let it be my problem. I solved that shit within 2 hours. I just want to kill a nigga. I got to the point where I ain't need. I just want to kill a nigga. And I got enough sense to know want to kill a nigga ain't enough to do it. I got to get myself to the point I know good and damn well they ain't finna catch me down. Ain't nobody here to say nothing about me. Damn sure ain't finna do nothing. I ain't worrying about a nigga doing shit. It about what a nigga gonna say out their mouth about Jamil, Mackey. Oh Lord, I can't have it. What the name of that shit that in the Cal County or Fulton County too? Might be Fulton. Rice Street. I don't know where I'm gonna find out where that nigga be at for real. The most sweetest goddamn, the sweetest hangover. I just can't get over. Nigga, I'm just a G with some wicked way to get. I can't listen to Mr. Mike first album without thinking about all this shit from back then. Right around that same time. It was that and some more shit. That was one of the main things. See, that's why a lot of people end up trying me even more. Because they looking for something different from a 19-year-old and a 20-year-old and whatnot. They don't think I'm going to have it that together. I'm going to break down, nervous breakdown. I'm going to be crying my eyes out to somebody. No, bitch. Inhale on the pool if you sniping. Nigga, my shit is together. I think you inhale as you pull the trigger when you sniping. My shit is together, baby. And I ain't doing them but stockpiling more and more information for that fool or any other fool out here. M26 grenade. Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie, I think it was Terminator, when he went in there ordering all them guns, them niggas say, you really know your guns. I think that was Terminator. I ain't sure about it. The clerk at the gun shop, you really know your guns. M26 grenade made no mishap when the kid gets scrapped, get kidnapped, and kids get slapped, cinematic like Chuck Manson was said to have done. Hold him up for ransom. My man, get fly back and get your ass hijacked. Like I was from Iran, like I was from Iraq. I run them down, I gun them down. Don't give me the run them down. No hesitation, destination is the underground. Man, please. Do you in the sewer? You in the sewage like I ain't New York. Booyah, I thought you knew it. Should have. That's all they had. They ain't had the internet back then. They had the gossip circuit. ATL, you talking about thorough shouting, Maze and all them high school fighting. Man, you had them whole that was sitting right there in the class. Or the lunch period or some PE somewhere when they first started getting at each other. Might be by the love note. Might be by a nigga seeing a nigga talking to a girl too much, looking at her, whatever it was. He gonna hit the gospel circle. Oh, girl, child, they just talking. You got the dude, boosting it up, we call it ribbing it up. Somebody might have pushed nigga in the back, the backbone, and shoulder, the rear, what they call the rear delts, push him up against the nigga. Blue, they go to Wally. Scrapping. Now, my nigga, they didn't think, and soon the music industry gonna start, cause now they done let a lot of gangsters in the door. Way more than NWA talking about each other. Ice Cube versus NWA, then Dre left, now Easy one talk about. It's Dre Day, really easy payday, but now you got a bunch of niggas coming in there. But out of all them niggas, I'm gonna tell you, Mr. Mike dangerous, because Mr. Mike served, I think he'll say they're a Mason too. He served as an agent to Chronicle, whether he know it or not. A spirit used him or he consciously did this shit. He served as an agent to Chronicle to the people exactly what my mind state was at. And things I had done and what I'm likely to do. That first album. That first album drop, I kept one in the chamber. Ooh. What was the bigger issue me and Down by Law Mike Murphy fell out over? One should be in the chamber. Mike Murphy's argument was, man, you know that's Fed, da-da-da-da-da. That's a Fed call, da-da-da-da. Well, not right now today while we doing. Stupid ass. That shit got a lot of fucked up shit behind that one episode right there. I told you, bitch ass nigga, my shit better be on fire like it was when I gave it to you, or I might have took it off and announced it to you because I didn't want to pass it on fire to prevent an accident. But I told you, when you pass that shit to me, I'm on probation too. I ain't on probation no more. When you pass that goddamn shit to me, my motherfucking shit better be on motherfucking safety, nigga. For our safety. I mean fire, my bad. Fire on fire. And that nigga did some underhanded, low down, no good motherfucking shit. Almost got me killed that same day. I'm gonna leave that alone. Keep on scratching the surface on these pussy ass. Probation over, bitch. Yeah. You need to be worrying about it. Darling Mobley lying and said I was a fugitive. I left Miami without permission and then refused to come home when he contacted me and located me. Judge Leslie, who acts like a judge, but really just a magi, a sorcerer. The magi. Straight, I doubt it, crooked magi. The magi crooked, not magi straight. She ain't straight. This is gonna be the second time she meddled in my affairs because she cooked up that Arthur hearing so that the victim and the witness wouldn't make it in the courtroom, and I didn't, and they conducted an Arthur hearing in violation of 3.180J. A, B, and some C and some more shit. Now she back again on the probationary hearing, act like she don't know who lying when the lie detector from Slattery and Associates says that George Slattery is lying. No, not bad, not yet. Inquisition's agent William behind my bad is lying. At this point, he the only one lying, him and Dolly Mobley. But she goes back to Slattery and Associates and go to George Slattery of Slattery and Associates, tell him, well, maybe you should give it this time because your son did fair and square. Jamil passed it. I need to violate. Why? Because she hooked up with Epstein, the music industry, and everybody else who don't want to see an independent label have somebody like me on it, the star artist that I am, at this time up until this moment. At the moment, then, 1996, at this point, I'm with Explicit Entertainment. Vice Grip, Buck Johnson, Click Clack, 3-Told, and Slim's Old West, and Dirty Dozen. Before Slim Shady come out with a D12. We still riding out on Snoop Dogg, Rage, Dog Pound, RBX. We don't even know nothing about a Slim Shady yet. We got a D12. Yeah, they came and snatched me out of there after they just sat down, who? Sonny and Sweets in 1994. Everywhere I go, they come wreck shop on behalf of the Big Wig Corporation and the industry, just one of the many corporations. Some of the Bloodstone and all of them, they're just one of the many corporations. That Rothenberg, dirty behind self, bowed to in that feudalistic system that's corrupt. The courtrooms they run in and out of like little rats and conduct kangaroo court room sessions, courtroom players. For all y'all niggas out there talking that shit, before the internet was a thing, nigga, my bars were, quote, 1995. I ain't got shit to do but hit a liquor to splitting you with these 52s. Go track down every hardest artist out. I don't care if he was hot or not. Find an artist talking about 52 and come talk to me. From 95 on back, nigga. All y'all on the internet right now, yeah, I admit, I ain't never had a Sensei Mo, anybody from Brooklyn or something like that, take me under their wing. LA, Virginia, Scuffling, I ain't had nobody take me under their wing to show me their version of this jailhouse and street fighting and all that. All I had was Rialto and just a couple of pointers. Anyway, after that, I had to go for self. So mine was totally original. Anytime I ran through a nigga, was never time a nigga whooped my ass. A nigga never beat my ass. Ask these niggas. If a nigga got the best of me, he was a friend, we was playing, and the only thing I could think of right in the two time, I was drunk. With Justine, I was drunk as fuck. Taboo, I was drunk as fuck. In 95, when I came back up there during the time period I'm talking about right now. Me and G2 came to see Taboo. And G2 cousin came through from the military. I was drunk out my motherfucking mind. That don't count. And I wasn't trying to fight it. He flipped on me for fucking with him. What's up, man? Where you, nigga? Nigga, what's up? Playing around and shit. Shadow boxing in their face, that's all. That nigga took off. So I ain't talking about no shit like that. And we got back up, far as I know, we still the best of friends. They ain't hold no grudge, ain't no get back, no. Matter of fact, I wasn't up to about a year and some months. Them last few months, that's who I was with the most. Got to the point he was driving my car when none other than Mike Jabot. I don't know where the hell that nigga came from that night. We in Eastwick. 2 down by law niggas in Eastwick. Late night. Posted. Plotting. Chopping it up. We had done got quiet as fuck, just sitting there. Mike Jabot come out of nowhere. Playing and giggling and shit. Tell man, get out my face playing, man. He came up and his face in the car. I ain't on probation no more, so I don't care. He see the fire in my hand. Nigga, I work for an LLC, man. Living with broken English, half a broken English clique, wild pit labor. I got some fire, nigga. My probation over with. I drive a car. Car look brand new. Shit about what, about 10 years old at the time? Approaching 10 years old, about 9 years old. Come 96. He was approaching about 9 years old. Right? Yeah, I got some fire. In my hand. Nigga stuck his head in that, man, I waved my hand, still in the car. Ain't even pick it up out the window, aim at the pussy ass nigga. It's still in my lap from left to right. I done went from left out to right fire. Hey man, get out my face playing. Get your breath out my nose, get your spit from flying out your mouth to my face. Stop playing, bro, you play too much. No threats. I ain't draw a bead on them. This motherfucker went to looking left and right. And I still ain't raided that bitch yet. You in my house, nigga. You in my glass house. He take off. I ain't never seen a human being run that fast in my life. Jesse Owen, call, whatever his name is. Call Jesse Owen. Goddamn, we was always run up in it like Bruce Jenner. Flo Joe. I ain't never seen a human being run that fast in my goddamn life. Fast than Terry Harris. And that one of the fast Decatur niggas I know, Terry Harris. That nigga took off. Shoo. Still ain't aimed that gun. Ain't no power or nothing. And not too long after that shit, to answer somebody's question, I ain't gonna say their name. They asked me a question. What's up with you and them niggas? Probably had something to do with that night right there. When that same nigga there who jumped out the bushes in 92 when I was in college and put that vice grip on my hand. Now the buzz going around Eastwick and Decatur and Atlanta. We got that hot ass song finna come out. We already on the video with the one song, Voyage to Atlanta with Matt. The whole Eastwick on the video and all that, right? The nigga know we coming. We know we ain't bullshitting now. Old Slim and Jamil got back together. With some fire shit. The Andre was there. Big Nah. It was a lot of niggas, a lot of influential niggas, powerful niggas was in that studio that time. I think that was Stu Studio, White Boy Stu Studio, with the big black engineer, big man on the boards. Player. Get it, Ville in that bitch. I think Grip was in that motherfucker that night. I think Evil E in that bitch. Kurt Wood, Ed Wood, Evil E, who I met through Rico Macwell. On that Robinson. He on Facebook at Robinson. Eric Robinson. Eric was there. Of course, Montre, Purple Flame, Blue Honey to that motherfucker. Hot Rod, Spy Dave. Man, that motherfucker was D'd up that day. D12 and goddamn motherfucking Explicit. And motherfucking I was honorary D12, even though they started before I got there. I guess they considered me D12. I don't know. I didn't mind if I was or wasn't. It's what they want to do. But ShawtyRed back home, nigga. ShawtyRed back home, nigga. Represent the ATL, nigga. Represent the ATL, nigga. Why you leaning in your ride? You need to check your side. ShawtyRed, nigga. And this time when I come back, some of my favorite niggas that I ain't even know rap, they rap. I ain't even know and produce. I ain't even know it. I ain't even know it before I left. I seen these niggas every day. in the wick. They chop it up in the nigga face, tell him when you and Slim gonna do something with that. When they ain't never tell me one time, but cut them out. They ain't never say, I don't know why, they ain't never say it. I come back, that D12, that dirty dozen. I think they had to put me on probation for a while. Cause that I'm telling you, when I say I represent the streets of Atlanta, first of all, you gotta know what type of Atlanta niggas is when we say the streets of Atlanta. And then I say I rep to the fullest, nigga. Hey, they had to see just how low down and dirty I can get with it. Cause that was nasty. That like Pitbull say, but that shit was nasty. Matter of fact, they didn't even know. Cause I'm telling you, I had some bars and that shit. They didn't even know they had to back up for me, man. Cause the sheriff, they gonna be looking for me for some niggas I'm going through it with. Blood family members and partners and shit. My closest party, man, them niggas bad. But this shit been fomenting for years now. YBI. South, nigga. Even Mac 10 looking at me funny, man. What the fuck you mean by that shit? Nigga, I mean what I said, nigga. Y'all niggas start bullshitting, hook them beats up, and da-da-da-da-da. God damn it. Shit, I couldn't wait to hear myself on that reverb like Player Too Short. When I started talking that Shawty, see the Shawty Pimp side. It's ShawtyRed, Shawty Pimp. Still holding back on Red Dawn and Ice Brown. I ain't saying nothing. That's my first pimp name is Ice Brown, really. But I'm gonna go forward with Shawty Pimp. Some ain't nobody using out of Atlanta, and it's very regular. If a nigga steal away, okay. But I done put down. Me and Slim's old had that shit. I take the P's out of Pimp and say I am. How he started the bar. He say we gonna write to the, well, he let me spit some bar. He started off like that, so okay. He spit like 16. So when he came back to check up on me, then before I went out of town to Miami, I take the P out of pain and say I ain't never felt the thing for the lame, man. Damn, we gonna keep going with that shit he started. The next verse, I take the P out of pain and say, hey, bitch, get straight. Didn't need a brother K. I'm finna sign off. I got shit to do. This thing done got longer than I wanted to. I done said my key stuff I wanted to say. Ain't even hit a dwell. If pussy nigga can go to hell. And I'm writing them here down. And soon we about to bury the father of none other than Mackey Jamil. Yes, sir. James Leon Mackey Sr. And I say sleep in peace. He was already about, a lot of aspects of him was already gone. Come like 2015, sometime in 2015. So that made it easier. These last, am I saying that right? 2015 plus 10 is 2025. So 11 years, these last 11 years made it easier to face this here because a lot of him was gone and not coming back. And when we saw the slippage, him slipping deeper and deeper into the dementia, and had one of the best holistic homeopathic people I know living with him. Say, hell, if the real medicine don't help, that Dr. Sebi, but that Dr. Sebi on the that don't help, I don't know what to say. That hawtyyyReddd Iskatani Nitakomi maybe had gotten too bad too soon before we can get to him. And his wife Earlene had been trying to get him to do this and he wouldn't listen. She had been trying to do stuff, he wouldn't listen. Hard-headed, stubborn. Denial, he was in denial about 5, 6 years old. They tell him, Jimmy, you're getting old. Jimmy, you forget it. Oh, did they love to tell him what he forgot? Gina, his wife Gina, Earlene, Winnie, the sister Pat. When Pat finally came along, they love to remind him that what he forgot. You old, Jimmy. I said Jimmy had about 10 more children out of that. And he wasn't slowing down no time soon. So these last 10 years prepared me for this. And I'd like to end on that note. Still got a lot of things to do with my day. But that crooked, corrupt court system, 11th Judicial Circuit Court, damn minions, soon to be bums. National Guard kicked all they behind in the butt and tell them go home. All the little minions came, the ones that came, it wasn't but so many. Arresting officers and wrote up false arrest affidavit. The main one is the one that resulted in wrongful convictions. Hine, Speedy Gonzalez, and Sansarin. A white boy, a good old boy, a conquistador, an ICN, enemy of Toussaint, Jean-Jacques Dessalines. Yeah. He would have cut Grand Thoyar's head off if he had a chance. A foot my sissy. He delivered me the Peter Adrian. That bald head sucker, like he had a Jerry curl with a bald head in the center of his skull. Kept me for 2 years, right after we made Southern Affiliate Volume 1. That was from the work done in 05, 06-ish. More 06 than 05. Problem 13 takes so long, I don't remember. But they locked me up in November. But he had already pressed them up by the time he locked me up. And I lose track. I was doing so much, running around with Pimp Tone. Everywhere Pimp Tone that I'm at. I wasn't with him, I was just around him. But we into the same thing. I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. God damn it. Pimp Tone, New York. Pimpin' Mail Review out of New York. King Confit. You know, King Chill and all them. Mink 2020 Top Cat. J Baby. Mike, nah, ain't no Mike. We were around J Baby too. At the after hour, across the street from the school up there. What campus that is? North Campus, Miami-Dade. It was a fight broke out of that mud. I grabbed a Heineken bottle. Finna go across the nigga shit with that shit. J Baby, JT Money was in there one night. That should have been the after hour. That wasn't the Rolex. I don't think that was Rolex. That could have been the Rolex. It was one of the two. It was an after hour across the street. Across the street from the school, but then the Rolex right up the street, 119, 120. Right? J Baby. The real J Baby, the real Miami J Baby. Then we had the other J Baby from out of town. Earl. So we had just put that together. ictory, Junior Pong, Rah, Baby 380. Yeah, for my pride, nigga always ready for ride. Drive by on my side, I know that nigga just died. I play like you are full up with so you're gone, right? Yo, mama, she a cry while our son just died. And jungle, let's shot start to fly, yeah. I told you, man, my posse shouting battery still motherfucking full power. Yeah. Yeah. Selassie. We live but you die with your whole posse. Yeah. Shotty lick shot hole cover your whole body. Agony had to be the strategy. What my love with the catastrophe, casualty of war, take no hostages. I had your whole brigade made in the red league sauce. The boss is just too wide, just organized crime. Override. Killer tactics you live, you disorganized mind. Oh, shit. From behind, blow your head like you was Tony Montana. To the rule of this game, you lame and ill manner phone cut. Enough of them must suffer from insidious snake eyes, taking their live political prisoners. Man, that political science album, Them niggas was scared like they know they'd be dead. They hooked one button in that thing. I put down one main song, the title track. Even Dexter Wilson was looking there like they were gonna kill my ass within days, boy. Dexter Wilson, one of the hardest nation Muslims I know. Nigga ain't scared of shit. But he was scared for me. And they might fuck with him too, cause we one of the main niggas. CFO was behind the nigga. And Dexter Wilson shaking their head like, man, goddamn. We thought that motherfucking fad life attractive with the money and car. They thought that was something. That political sign right now today, that shit hit. I be trying to get certain stuff off my first Facebook, man, but they got me kind of blocked. Even though the page was open to the public, they still minimizing what I can get. They player hating. That ain't happenstance. Mark Zuckerberg and all them. That ain't happenstance. They won't let this Jamil Mackey Facebook I got control of. Right? Get access to the old Facebook Jamil Mackey that was open to the public. I used to type in all caps, quote, ... all cap, quote some of my bars. Hide your bitch, handcuff your broad, all that there. See 21 nigga jumping fences on the front street. Blowing out the back of bitch's head like I was Bun B. Yeah. Get laid on top of Pimp C, a posthumous birthday present. I know Chad scratched his head, wondering I'ma hurt his pet. I ride on the peon. Fucking drive by, hop right up out of neon. Kumite and blood sport a bitch like this for eons. 15 rounds like the old school. Ali a nigga. A go clan on the bitch, get lynch mob and just kill you. Nigga tired of the foolishness. The bullshit gets paid. And you can get laid to the page like the old day. Remember, you used to give a nigga your CD, your whole album, with that pretty lithography on that and all that. And even though all these niggas run around with that Master P in their house and they car and all that, no limit, all that, they'll lay your shit right on the ground and walk off. Player hating ass Miami niggas and bitches. 83 of them went in the courthouse and leveraged this circuit court and testified against Corey Bubba Smith. Some of them had shit to say about other motherfuckers like Trav. And I said I was gonna start this shit about 10 minutes earlier. I'm gonna slow this day down. I'm signing out Swamp Phone DJ Will Rise again, DJ Flame, the DJ name.